It's like 5 a.m. We have to go to Charlotte today for another appointment. So we're gonna get these chores done, get the chickens fed, get the little baby chicks fed, get some coffee going. Oof. And then we're gonna drive about 3.5 hours to get Jordan to her new appointment. Today we've got some things to do, and she's got some stuff to do, some stuff to get done. I'll let her explain that to you later. But update, meat birds are doing really, really good. We are feeding them 100%, letting them eat at their leisure, just keeping clean water, clean food, aerating the bed system, getting new wood chips in when we need to get new wood chips in. As long as it doesn't smell, then we know that the amount of carbon wood chips that are in the bed compared to how much they are going to the restroom is at a good level. So no smell, so that's good. Keeping them full, that's good. Once they go out on the grass, we'll kind of limit how much we feed them by a specific amount, by how old they are, so they have enough weight. But for right now, we're just kind of letting them eat at their leisure. That's what I want to do. That's how some people do it. So I'm going to do it that way, and hopefully we'll have a good amount of heaviness to our birds. So I'm going to go outside. I'm going to feed the other chickens. It's dark, so you guys can't see. But thought you might want an update. Alright, so while we walk back here to get the plants taken care of, and Jordan's getting her coffee done, something for you guys to think about. We're going to make some more videos. One for the new chicken tractor, one about the rabbit hutch we're going to build, and then we've been talking about our goals for 2020, how many chickens we want to raise, kind of ramping up the spring and summer garden, and we want you guys to be involved in that. So if any of those interest you more, let us know, leave a comment, and we'll get that kind of going, so that way we can make some content that you guys might enjoy more than what we're doing now. We really want to get the garden going and more content about the garden. It has just been a lot going on. Some of the garden looks kind of sad, but you know, some of it not so much. We're getting ready to plant all this outside. We need to get a net. We're gonna do a Premier One shocker knot net to go around the garden area, so that way we don't have puppies running through it. We don't have deer coming to get it. We don't have any smaller animals coming in. But if you guys want to see any of that other stuff, we're going to try and put a video together, so that way it's a little more informational for you guys other than just a general vlog kind of style. So stay tuned, there's more coming. I promise we're going to make some stuff that is a little more informational, a little more in-depth, and a little bit more well put together, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So stay tuned, and just keep hitting that subscribe button, keep hitting that like button, and leave some comments. It's okay. I know that right now we don't have a lot of subscribers, but as we build more, hopefully we'll get people who are a little bit more, I don't know the word I'm looking for, a little bit more, when I come up with the word, I'll tell you guys later. But I hope you guys are liking what we have so far, and we look forward to making more for you later.
Today we are headed to Charlotte for my nerve test and pressure point injections. I'm a little nervous, but I think overall it'll go all right. The most fun part that we are dreading is the drive, of course. So it is exactly 3.5 hours from our house. The appointment will be 3.5 hours long, and then we have a 3.5 hour drive back. So not really looking forward to that aspect of it, but it is what it is. We were up late last night because we worked on the apartment yesterday, so we got all of the rest of our stuff. It's a bunch of stuff from the apartment, so now we just have a few things to clean up before our inspection. So we're very glad to be out of there. However, having the transition time allowed us to say, oh hey, do we really need that? No, we don't, because we haven't used it in the last month. So why would we need such and such item? So that's the good thing about it, is we were able to get rid of a lot more things, such as some trash, and set aside a pile to donate to the Goodwill. So that was some productive items from yesterday. We also have been watching our friend's Australian Shepherd this weekend, and he is a good friend of our dogs. We've met up with him several times for play dates and whatnot. So Josh's comment of the weekend was, there's not really a difference between 4 versus 5 other than less walking space. So he's an Aussie, just like ours. A little bit crazy, a little bit out there, follows you around everywhere. But we expect that. So it's been fun. But he goes home today, and kind of sad. I think everybody will miss him, so they've enjoyed playing with him a lot. But I think we'll have an okay day.
Alright, are you ready? Maybe. We're here, we're getting ready to get started. 3-hour process.
Alright guys, here we go. The next 2.5 hours, I'll be in that chair. Woo. Wish me luck. We're home from Charlotte, and it's been a long day. A very, very long day. I do just want to put this out there. If you're thinking about getting a nerve test, don't do it. Don't think about doing it. You know what? It was one of those necessary evils to see what was going on, to make sure everything's okay. And just don't do it. Don't. You know, it's fine when they put the electrodes on and they shock you a little bit. It's a little uncomfortable, right? Okay, I get that. But when your neurologist sticks a needle in you big enough to make you bleed, to listen to your muscles. Also, if you ever wanted to know what your muscles sound like, it sounds like this. It's very hard to make that sound, but that's what your muscles sound like. And let let me tell you how exhausting that is, because the first thing I did once it was over with and we got back in the car was bawl my eyes out, because you can't really cry in front of your neurologist while she's trying to stab your feet with a needle, because you sign off on a paper saying that you are in the driver's seat, that you're in control. If you say stop, they're going to stop. You can't really cry in front of your neurologist, because then they'll stop what they're doing and you need them to keep going to finish the test. So I had the full nerve test done, and then I had 11 trigger point injections put in today. So that's in my upper back, my shoulders, and my neck, and that's where we kind of stopped. So usually you get closer to 36 trigger point injections, but we stopped at 11. And it's been a long day for us. So the nerve test actually took 3 hours, and then they told me to go with Josh and get some lunch because I was shaky and they didn't want me to pass out, because then we were going to do the trigger point injections, which was more needles. So we went and had some lunch and it was good, and then we went back for another half hour of the trigger point injections, and then we came home, believe it or not, and we got home around 8:30, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So, but here we are. We'll see. Tomorrow I go for my first physical therapy session for my carpal tunnel syndrome. Yay. And then I also get to find a primary doctor here in Dunn and go and maybe see about getting a blood test or figuring out what's going on with my excessive bruising that I've had for the last couple months. So I just bruise for no reason, just for fun. Wake up with like 2 or 3 new bruises every day. So, woo! So we're gonna try and figure that one out. But we have a long week ahead. Hope you guys have a good rest of your nights, and we'll see you on the next video. So also, we're supposed to get my injection medicine of Copaxone Thursday. So I'll make a video for you guys about its arrival and starting on it. So here we go. I'm gonna be optimistic about it and hope that it can help stop progression.
I want to leave you guys with something that was requested for me to do by Jordan, and that is to kind of talk to you about MS and how it affects the other half. In my case, I am the spouse of somebody who has MS, and MS does not only affect one person. MS physically affects the person that it affects, but there's usually somebody taking care of them, especially if you are a spouse. And so she wanted me to kind of talk about the 2 things that we kind of deal with on a daily basis. And that is 2 things you have to do. You have to be able to communicate with each other. And it's okay to tell each other how you feel. Usually the biggest problem that we run into, or used to run into when we first started, was not telling each other how we feel. Until one day I told how I feel, and that is we're pretty straightforward with each other most of the time. So when we have a problem, we usually say something like, I don't mean to offend you, I don't want you to be offended, but such and such. So it kind of went like this. It was a long day, I'm feeling really tired, and I don't want to offend you, but guess what? This is unfair. I didn't ask for this. I don't really know what to do. You don't talk to me about this. such and such and such and such it went. And it really showed her some things that she didn't realize that she was missing. And there's a nice way to do it. Make sure you do it nicely, because it ended with, you know, I want to fix this so that way it works best for the both of us, because I know I'm going to have to step up more and do more things, and I just need you to tell me when that needs to happen. So she understood, she saw the dilemma, she got to see what problems there was and how we can fix it. And so it's the same thing with people who have MS. You need to communicate when you're having a bad day, when you're struggling. Even if you don't look like you're struggling, it's okay to tell your significant other, your spouse, that you are struggling and you need help. The second thing that I would say is have patience with each other. That's going to grow as you guys go through this, but have some patience, because that person that used to go 110, 120% with all the time, going, is not going to be able to do that anymore. Jordan and I used to be able to get a lot done at 100, 110, 120% all the time. We worked like a lot. And now some days she can only work 80, and some days she can only work 60%, and I have to pick up some of the slack, you know, doing 120, 140%. But also be aware to create time for each other. You know, if she's going 60% and you're going 140, you're not really helping her, you're just getting stuff done. So help them have a better day, and realize that things on your list to do today might be okay to get done tomorrow. You don't have to give 140% as long as it's okay that it doesn't get done. And that's going back to the communication thing of what needs to be done, how each other feels, and just being on the same page. So that's kind of the two things that we deal with the most right now, is just letting each other know how we feel, figuring out how to make it work, and realizing that, hey, I gotta have some patience, and we don't always have to get it done today. It can maybe get done tomorrow. What's important? Making sure you stay focused, and helping each other figure it out. Hopefully that encourages you guys. If you liked today's video, if you want to follow us on our journey, if you would like to hear more encouragement as we think about it, as we go about it, as we experience new things, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button. The next couple videos are probably going to be about the house. We've got a lot of stuff, and we made a lot of changes in our lives and want to make a place for everything that we have, and we want to bring you guys along for that ride. So stay tuned, there will be more videos. We got a busy week ahead, so we'll see you in the next one.